7 things that happen only once in a lifetime. The luckiest man in the world. Franjo Selak is a Croatian man who is known for his unbelievable luck. In 1962, Selak was riding a train through a cold canyon and the train went off track to crash in a river. An unknown man pulled Selak out and he was saved. The next year, during his first and only airplane ride, he was blown out of a malfunctioning door and landed in a haystack. The plane crashed and most of the passengers lost their lives. 3 years later, Selak was riding a bus that skidded off the road and fell in a river. He managed to swim to shore and escaped with just a few cuts. Selak survived 4 other incidents including a blazing car and a colliding truck. In 2003, he even won a lottery worth $1.1 million. The Carrington Event. The Carrington Event was a powerful geomagnetic storm that occurred in 1859. Astronomer Richard Carrington was observing the sky with his telescope when he spotted a cluster of enormous dark spots on the sun's surface. 5 minutes later, the spots vanished. But their impact was felt later across the entire globe. Telegraph communications failed, sparks showered from the telegraph machines, and papers went ablaze. Colorful auroras illuminated the night skies. The gigantic solar flare had spewed electrified gas and subatomic particles from the sun towards the Earth, resulting in the largest geomagnetic storm to have ever struck our planet. Dry Niagara Falls. In 1848, a unique phenomenon led people to believe that the end of the world had come close. The water ceased to flow over the Horseshoe Falls. After an exceptionally cold winter, the thick ice on Lake Erie began to break up during a warm spell in March. Strong easterly winds drove huge amounts of ice across the lake, which then began to pile up in the Niagara River. The ice formed a sort of dam between Buffalo and Fort Erie, cutting off the flow of water in the river and over the falls for 30 hours. The riverbed remained dry until the winds reversed their direction. For those who witnessed the silencing of the Great Falls, it was an unforgettable experience. Comet West. Comet West was first discovered photographically by Richard West in 1975. It was described as one of the brightest objects to pass through the inner solar system, and is often described as the Great Comet. The comet displayed a brilliant head and a long, strongly structured tail that resembled a fountain of light. As it neared the sun, it split into 4 fragments and disintegrated. Sadly, it didn't receive much media coverage, and most people missed the opportunity to witness this rare event. Venus Transit. The transit of Venus is a truly once-in-a-lifetime event that last happened in 2012. It is a phenomenon in which the disk of Venus passes like a small window across the face of the Sun. It can be seen only when Venus comes between Earth and the Sun, an event called an inferior conjunction. This rare transit can be seen by the unaided eye and looks like a moving sunspot. The Venus transit is so rare that it occurs just 4 times every 243 years. It will be seen next in the year 2117. Volcanic lightning. On April 22, 2015, when Chile's Calbuco volcano erupted, a massive cloud of ash billowed over 40,000 feet into the air. That's when a rare and unusual phenomenon called volcanic lightning or dirty thunderstorm occurred. Massive lightning and crackling happened in and around the giant ash plumes, causing a miraculous spectacle. This event is only caused by large eruptions. Scientists are not completely able to understand why this happens. It is believed that the ash particles are electrically charged and their eruption caused them to collide with each other, to release electrical discharges. A flood of beer. In 1814, the Horseshoe Brewery in London bore witness to a weird event, a beer deluge. The fermentation tank of the brewery accidentally burst open, releasing more than 1.2 million litres of fermenting beer. The brewery was taken to court on account of this unique flood. but the entire incident was ruled to be an act of God, and no one was held responsible. Truly, we may never see another flood like it. This phenomenal event is commemorated every year at a local pub in London.